Today we're going to be looking at the parallel structure practice on NoRedInk. Now, NoRedInk has these checkpoints that actually, if you do well on these, it will place you out of the things above. So I will just click through this one instead of the individuals, but I will go ahead and show you the lessons that are attached to each. So parallel structure just means we want things to follow a consistent pattern. So if you think about parallel lines in math class, these are two lines that have the exact same slope that will never touch. They match each other, even if they're not the exact same line. So we're looking at that same kind of principle when we're looking at it here in grammar. So for instance, I have Dave's favorite hobbies are kayaking, to cook, and painting. You can see how to cook doesn't really match the structure of kayaking and painting. So we want to make it an ing word so that we have consistent form as well. So mainly on identifying one, you're going to see these in lists. And it doesn't have to just be ing words, sorry. It can also be, a singer, a dancer, a performer with nouns. We want our adjectives, hungry, sore, thirsty. We want all of these to match. But we're going to be looking at them as lists in this one. In identifying parallel structures too, they're going to split them up. So again, we have two ing words. We want driving and playing, even though they're not directly next to each other. So parallelism talks about nouns. So like we bought a pie, cake, and cheese. It can be adjectives. We were exhausted and hungry. It can be infinitives. So to run, lie, and play versus he plays. Doesn't work with our infinitive. It can be our present using present tense, runs, lies, plays. It can deal with prepositions, so we have the word on. We also want in to match. So it can be a lot of different things, but just making sure things match up pretty nicely. So we'll do quite a few of these together. Cinna's favorite band has a drummer with blue hair and a guitarist with 12 face piercing. So we have a drummer. What's parallel to that is a guitarist. So these are our two nouns matching up. We have Legolas' cousins were playing softball and grilling hot dogs at the park. So those are our two INGs. Before his scuba lesson, Rafiki needs to read and sign. So this is dealing with our infinitive. Katniss Everdeen set aside time every Tuesday for reading under a tree, organizing her marble collection, and shining her trophies. Now we have three words that are parallel. So we have organizing, shining, and reading. These all have our nice INGs that we like how they match up. Now we attempted to juggle, whistle, and ride. These are dealing with our verbs. Before Samwise Gamgee can taste the wild blackberries, he needs to smell, squeeze, and inspect them. So here's one where we see them all formed up as a list versus being separated. Treebeard thinks that the paper clips and stamps are in the basement. We've got two nouns that we're referencing here. So that's what this one's really going to ask you to do. Hopefully it's not too tricky for you. You're really just finding the words that match. So it's safe to nap and ignore. So that one's dealing with our verbs. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always happy to help however I can.